Kia ora and welcome to Craft to Artosaurus. My name's Paula. Today's Sunday and I thought I would do a bit more on my Hare table runner. So last week I actually did the flowers, started them, but I decided I didn't like it. So what I did was I took a photocopy of this side over here. It's exactly the same pattern, or at least I hope it is. Yeah, but I think it's exactly the same pattern. And I did a little key and I fixed it up so that I could colour it a little bit better. I just thought it was looking not quite how I was wanting it. So I did start doing the green, and on my key I thought I would use two strands of ecru and one of the green colour, but as I've looked at it, I thought there wasn't enough green in there and I couldn't see what I was doing. So I've got the ecru colour here, the off-white. I hope I'm saying that right. And the green colour I'll be using. So I thought I will go up to do two strands of the green. So let me just pull them off first. There we go. 1, 2, and I always do this with my cross stitch threads or threads like this because it sits nicer on your fabric. So never get tempted to just go to yourself, oh, I only need 2, there's 2 on there. Use them like that. Always pull them apart and put them back together again. They just sit nicer. Yeah, I don't know why it's such a thing, but it is a thing, and it was something I was taught at a very young age by a lovely lady who did cross stitch when I was getting into it. So it's something I've always remembered and always done. She was a fantastic sewer, this lady, my friend's mum. So yeah, very fantastic sewer. My husband's on call, so his phone will be going on and off all throughout this video, and I'm sure he's going to shoot out any second to save someone's life up at the hospital. So yes, so it's a lovely day here today. I'm actually inside in my family room. Ooh, I made a knot there. That was a whole new stuff. Never done that before. And it's absolutely lovely and warm, to tell you the truth. I'm happy to be sitting here just doing a little bit of sewing. So I've got the heat pump on down this end. It's lovely and sunny in the seat I normally sit at, but I thought I would start this with you, and we'll see how it looks, and then I'll go away and I will complete all of the leaves that are like this, and I'll come back and we'll then we can move on to the centerpiece, which I still haven't sorted out yet, because I really want to start putting some lace on and everything. So to do that I need to finish off all this little bit of cross stitching. So I'm just catching my thread at the back, which is something that I do. Going down to the next one. So my friend Anne was telling us the other day she used to do this all the time. She'd make presents with the Semco bits and pieces. So I found that really interesting. They were a little bit expensive here in New Zealand. So the fact that I've found so many undone, she is amazed by, absolutely amazed by. She could not believe it at all that I'd found so many. So yeah, I don't know, maybe things have changed a little bit since she did it, or people got them as presents and then they went on to something else. So yeah, I found this, I actually find this with a lot of the crafts that I've done. I've become fixated on one craft and just kept on doing it. So yeah, cross stitch, I was really fixated on cross stitch for quite a while, and really into it. And then I moved from there to Hare. And my dog's going to go outside now and bark because my husband is about to leave her all alone at home with just me. How dare he leave and try and help people out there. She's going to bark at him for leaving her. So she does this all the time. It is annoying. I should be able to solve it, but I haven't been able to. So, yep. Where was I? Oh, so I went on to Hare, went back to cross stitch. And then, of course, my kids were dancing and I was sewing. And once I started sewing costumes, I was doing it for other people. So, brought in a bit of money doing all of that, lots of fun, lots and lots of fun. So there she goes, she's barking. Woof, woof, Dad's left. How dare he leave me? I'm here all alone. I am dying of boredom. I think that's what the bark says. She's not all alone. I'm here with her. Just wish to say. Oh dear. Aren't dogs silly? So yes, but poor Cleo was left alone yesterday for quite a while. So yes. Ergo the whole clinginess yesterday when I came back. So yep, she's not a dog we've ever really left alone on her own. So I think she finds that quite hard. I'm liking this a lot more. I can actually see the green now. So yep, I think that was the right thing to do, to undo what I'd done. It didn't take very long, and to make it a little bit nicer this way. I'm still having trouble finding the hole in the fabric where I'm coming up, and I'm not making my crosses quite right. But I figure that is going to be some of the, what would you call it, the quirkiness of this piece that's going out as a table runner, just on the cabinet beside me here. And there we go. So that looks a lot better to me. I can actually see that that's now a green leaf, whereas before it was too white. It looked like part of the flower, so I'm a lot happier with that. And in parts I will do just the green, so that'll be darker in bits and pieces where I put it on my key. And I think this one down here, I decided was going to have some a bud in it, so it's got the dark pink and the light pink, so that'll be nice. So I would really like to start getting into that middle one, and there we go. You can see the flowers and the bunny. It'll need an iron now. I won't be able to iron it until I've completed the flower and washed everything. So now we come to this one. Now, after last week's where I went gun for leather, and I think that is the correct term, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a photocopy, because all of these are exactly the same. So I'm just going to take a photocopy of the pattern, and I will work out with you how we're going to do it so that way I can go forward, and I don't really want it all to be one colour, but maybe I have to, I don't know. But I really want it to be different colours, and so to do that I need to sit there with a piece of paper and work it out. So I'll be back shortly, and we'll have a photocopy of this in front of us and some pens. So I'll see you. Okay, I'm back, and all I did was I grabbed this and I put it through the scanner on our printer thingy, and that's how I photocopied it. It's nothing exotic at all, is it really? I've got the same pens here I used in my last graph. So I used that one for the green, this one for the dark green, this one for the light pink. I think I used pink for pink. Oh well, there we go. We'll change it a bit. So yeah, this will be dark green. So I'm just putting that up over here. Dark green. This one will be the lighter green. And I don't know. I don't think I can have any of the light. I think if I make it green, let's have a look at the bunnies. I'm just going to have a look at what's already down there. So here are the bunnies. Can you see that? I know I can. So this has got browns, a little bit of the pink in it, but not a lot. I think I'm just going to use green going around. Yep, and that will bring in the leaf pattern here a little bit more over here, which could be good. So I'll just use the dark green and the light green. Yep. Okay, let's work out a pattern. So, I'm just looking at it and, yeah, just wondering where the darker colour would go as opposed to a lighter colour. And I can actually, this seems darker here. So, I don't know. I think, see, to me, I can already, yeah. So the dark green, I think, is, look, the crosses look darker here. So I'm just going to do that, go around these. And see, that one there looks like it's darker to me. So that would all be the dark green. And then all of that would be lighter. This one looks darker to me. I don't know, it's just after I've photocopied it I can see kind of a little pattern there, but I've most probably got it wrong. So these two coming down, would it be 3? I think it would be 3. See, these 3 all look darker. And then these here look darker. I don't know, maybe I'm just seeing, I'm not really seeing it properly. You see, it's saying to me, this one looks darker than everything else, and that one looks a bit of a darker shade, and that one looks a darker shade, and that one looks a darker shade. And these 3 here look like they're a darker shade of black. I mean, I can't see that looking at it. And you see how these actually look up here? I'll bring them up. Can you see that in the pattern? How these look a little bit darker than this? It could be my printer. Most probably is my printer. But to me, it's making perfect sense. So you know what? I'm going to go with it. I'm running with it. So all of those would be a darker shade. Now, down in here, I guess we should do the opposite of what's here, shouldn't we? I don't know. So, gosh. It's totally different to that one there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. See, it's not quite the same. I'm wondering, because none of that looks any darker, it all looks exactly the same, but obviously I don't want it to be exactly the same. How about if we make that one darker and we do that one and that one. sure. Do we need to do that one as well? No, because oh dear, oh dear. Is that the same as this? No, it's not. That's definitely the mirror image of that. So this is different. This is totally different to everywhere else, isn't it? So that makes sense. I don't know. Should we do? Because it's coming. Should we have done those two? Oh, well, let's do this. We'll go that one. And we'll do that. Those three. So that'll be darker. That there on the outside will be darker. That'll be darker. That'll be darker. That makes sense. There should be something up here, shouldn't there? Or in there, or on the outside here somewhere. No, I think I'm going to leave it like that. Yeah, I think, because I can see that. So there's those two, that one there. And then it's, it definitely, it does, the ink looks darker on here, so I don't know, unless I was scanning and it picks something up. But it just looks way darker. See, I thought that one there looks a bit darker. But no, it's definitely these ones here, look, you can see them. That one there. See anything here? I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. See, I don't think it makes sense for that to be darker on the outside. I don't mind it here and then coming darker there, but I don't think any of that makes sense. No, I'm going to leave it like that. So yeah, the light green is actually the normal black, so light green. Anyway, down here where all this is, I want to put lace. So to do that, I have to cross stitch first. And I thought it would be nice to just have a little bit of lace kind of coming up. I don't know. I'm also wondering if maybe somehow I could make this into a kind of a hearty thing. So I don't know. I'm just wondering if I can work it out in my head, and I think I can, but I'm not quite sure. So if there were some crosses here that came up and around, it'd have to go behind the bunny, come around, and then come up. But I think we could get away with doing kind of a little heart, which would be rather sweet for a heart to be here at the top. So that's another thing I need to work out. So let's see. It's got 3. See, that's totally different. 2. Oh, there's the 3 and the 3 down here, the 3 up here. So we only have to do one side of the heart, don't we? And we don't have to make it just so. So let's see. Okay, I've gone and printed out some graph paper. Yes, I know it's light. I've made the pattern that's on here and put it onto here. So realistically, I should be able to now work it out, but let's be truthful. This is touch and go at the best of times. So the top of the heart, 1 over. So that's kind of what I've done there. And what I've then done is I've come 3 down, 1, 2, 3, and then 2 this way, and the third one, I think you'd have 2. I should be doing this in pencil. Another 2, and then I guess we would go 3. See, that's not the center of my heart. So 1, 2, 3. Oh, let's do 3. 1, 2, 3. Now we're going to work out the other side, and then we can come up and do, yes, that's going to work. So we go 2 at the top here, 1 coming out, 3 coming down, and then we've got 2 coming in, and then we've got 2 here, and then we've got 2 there, and then we've got 3 here. Right, so we've definitely got the heart shape. We just need to come up, and we've got 3 in the middle, so we're definitely going to be in the middle of this. So it's not too bad. It's not too bad, is it? How are we going to do that? If we go 2 here, and we need to do 2 here, there's the middle. Should we do 3? 1, 2, 3, and then that should be a 1. I don't know. It's a heart shape, and it looks rather cool. I think we'll leave it at that. So I can do a little heart by the bunnies, which would be quite sweet. So then I just need to, I think I need to put a graph on my cloth with my, you know, the marker that goes, that you can iron and it disappears. If I put a graph on my cloth, then I could do my X's. Do I want them all to be the same colour? I think, are they all the same? No, these all change colour. So, how can we get, I don't know. If we do, if we do 3 and then another one here, then these 2 could be a different colour, which could be rather cool. So I guess we'll go like that, and then those 2 will grab the dark green on, and they would be a different colour. Yep, I think we have worked out what we're going to do there. So, but I didn't even need to take out my hoop in the end, did I? So, yep. Let's see. Can I show you kind of what I've worked out there? Does that make sense to everyone? I think it still looks a little bit kind of fun and funky. And I'm just adding a little bit of me to that picture. I don't know. I seem to be adding hearts to everything at the moment. So, yeah, and I quite like the thought of a heart at the top of the bunnies. So unless I can do something with fabric, I'm going to come back to this. So I'll put this with everything. I'm going to go away and I'm going to do some stitching for the rest of the day. I'm going to now show you a video from Art in the Park. I think I've done Abby, and so that leaves Lorna and my other tutor, Andy, who's also a world famous storyteller. He travels the world telling stories. He's a marvellous guy. So I will, I might put both of those on depending how long I've rabbited away here for. So I'll see you at the end when I've put this video together and I've stitched for a while, and I'll do another quick take of what I've done throughout the day so you can see. All right, so I'll see you all shortly. Well, shortly for you, long time for me. All right, bye everyone. out at the park and I'm at Lorna's stall, who's a friend of mine who's a very talented artist. She's also a printer, so let me see if I can do this. I'm going to turn the camera very slowly, but you can see her beautiful artwork. Now, this is a definite Kiwi inspired one with the poo geckos and the little chicks down below. You can see those. So very, very cute. And some teeny weeny little ones down here. Oh, cute kitty cat. Oh, I might have to get that. Hang on, didn't see that. As you can see, Lorna is very, very talented. Watercolours. Are they oils, Lorna?
No, the acrylics now.
And I know you've never seen me because, you know, it's just my hands. You see, hello, hello. But this is Lorna, who is the artist who's created all these wonderful, wonderful things. And so, Lorna, can you tell us what mediums you use, please?
Basically, everything. Watercolour, occasionally oils. Now, it used to be all the time. Acrylics, watercolour, printmaking, inks, pencil, anything I can lay my hands on.
Lorna comes to printing with me and she is amazing, as you can tell already. And it's just a wonderful, wonderful display. So thank you, Lorna, for letting me take a picture of you and being on my YouTube channel.
No problem at all. Thank you very much.
This is my tutor, Andy. Hey, Andy.
Hello, Paula.
And all my gazillion followers out there. I'm at Art For Me, and Andy has very graciously agreed to give a little interview on printing. Oh my goodness, he's so cool at it too. Just like the Abbey. Okay, back to Andy. So Andy, the prints that all the students have made this year, what has been the main format that we've tried or trialed in printing?
Okay, so we actually print in a whole range of medium, all the way from Tetra Pak. Here's a wonderful example of Carleen, who's printed something in Tetra Pak, which is when you have a fruit juice container or a alternative milk container like soy milk or oat milk, and you cut it open and you have that silver inside, and you can actually engrave into it and then print it like an old-fashioned dry point etching. The only problem is you don't get many out of it, so this one here is one of two, so after about 2 prints you're probably going to lose them. Then we've got people.
How did you manage to get the colour on, Andy?
Okay, so the colour is the colour of the printing ink. So with an etching, you apply the ink and then you scrape off or rub off what you don't require. So she's been able to use different coloured inks here in the one process of laying the ink on. And you can see she's done quite a good job of getting nice clean edges, but you don't always get nice clean edges when you're removing the ink from it. Then we've got people like Barbara who have actually been printing actual real plants. So this is a real plant that's been printed onto Hare paper. For those of you who don't come from New Zealand, Hare is flax, okay? And so it's a flax-based paper, and she's printed an actual real plant on it, and including the root system of the plant, which I think is particularly beautiful. For those of you,
go for a close-up.
Yep.
Back out again.
For those of you who are interested in fabric art, this is Barbara also has printed a leaf onto a piece of fabric and then done some stitching around it. Okay. Some of our newer students have been experimenting with lino prints. Normally when people join our class, the first thing we do is a lino print. So here's a lovely lino print by one of our new students, Elsie, called Fish in a Jar. And if you look closely, you can see a little fish inside a jar. Okay, so this is just a one colour print by Elsie. So we've got lots of etchings, and then we've got some collagraphs, which is when we build a print up. So this is another print by Carleen, and this is a collograph. So this is where we've got a piece of card, and I believe Paula's actually working on a collograph at the moment.
Yes, I am. Ooh, stay watching.
Yep. And so this is where you build up an image on a blank plate, and then you ink it and print the image that you built up. So rather than like relief printing or engraving where you're digging into the plate, in this case you're building the plate up. And then of course we've got a range of various monoprints.
These are monoprints over here.
These ones are some ripped paper monoprints, some traditional monoprints using the leftover ink on the plate often, and we've also got some jelly printing as well, but Abby's probably the person to go to for jelly printing.
Yes,
Abby is the co-tutor, and I think you've already done an interview with Abby, so you've probably already seen some lovely jelly printing.
And what do you print yourself, if we can ask?
Okay, I print in all formats, but mostly lino and woodcut, and some etching, some dry point etching, but no acid etching at the moment. Yeah.
And Andy's very multi-talented. Not only does he print, he's also a fantastic world-renowned storyteller who travels the world telling stories, ergo why this bit is so good. So Andy, we'd like to thank you for your time, and we know that Art For Me is nearly ready to close. So thank you very much for sharing printing with us, and you'll see yourself soon, world famous on my channel.
Okay, thank you very much, Paula.
Right.
Okay, bye-bye.
Okay, so that was Lorna and Andy, and I hope you enjoyed their interviews. That's all the interviews I did at Art in the Park this year, so that's the end of the series I can put onto the end of videos. So from now on I have to work extra specially hard on my sewing or my painting to fill in those times that I've thankfully had those little interviews. As you can see, it is all finished now. I am thrilled. I love the green on it, and I just love how that looks. I've started near the bunnies, so I feel kind of like I'm getting somewhere. So yep, I'm going to leave the video in here today. If you like this, can you please give me a thumbs up, leave a comment down below, and thank you all very much for watching, and I hope you have a lovely weekend. It's just getting cold outside. The guy next door is out chopping his wood to get onto his fire. You know, we have ours all pre-chopped, I don't know. And yep, we're all settling in for the night here in New Zealand. So I'll see you on Tuesday for our sewing video. We will be doing some more on my skirt. And yeah, all right. Bye everyone. Bye.